went by in the NBA semifinal round. We went by highest seed remaining. Tonight, it's the same thing. Highest seed remaining. Are you good, Burnsteel?
Yeah.
All right, we go by highest seed remaining. So we're going to start off with Tampa Bay and Florida, the Battle of Florida.
I'll go last. This is my series.
All right, I'll go second. So,
can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, what's up, Bruin? What's up, Zach? What's up, Dashy?
What's up, Slita?
Good, bro.
So Bruin, still one of you two had to go first. So I said I had to go second on this one.
What are you asking us about? What series?
Lightning and Panthers.
The Battle.
I'm actually gonna just say that who are you gonna win, because I want to be out of the stream quick. So my Celtics play in 10 minutes, so I want to be really quick. So I'm not gonna talk about stats and shit like that. So I can just get out and leave after, so I can watch the Celtics. Yeah, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be an amazing matchup between Florida. We're doing Florida and Tampa, right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Florida have proven they're the best. Tampa, I mean, they're obviously an amazing team because they won the cup twice in a row. I mean, it's a stat that everyone knows, but I think I think this is gonna be a king of a series. I think it's gonna go 7 games, and I'm picking Tampa for the upset.
I like Tampa Bay. I like the Lightning, Dashy, just for the fact that not only are they two-time defending champs, but they persevered against Toronto in a series that they trailed, and they could have very easily folded, and they showed their championship heart. So the old saying is, until the champion is defeated, you always got to give the edge to them.
Game one is actually going on right now, though.
Yeah, Florida's up 1-0.
Who is it? Well, it's early in the game. It's
the second period's underway. So yeah,
I still like Tampa Bay until somebody proves me wrong. I like Tampa Bay in 6.
I'm gonna go to Tampa Bay in 5.
All right, this is my series. I got a lot to say. Defense actually proved me wrong in round 1. I was scared of this defense against Toronto, but nope. We trailed 3 times in the series against Toronto. We won all games that we trailed. So maybe the same magic can happen against Florida, because Florida is soft. They have no physicality up front except for Radko Gudas. Ryan Lomberg's a fake tough guy. When he actually goes against heavy hitters, he suffers.
Didn't Florida have over 100 points?
They're the President's Trophy winners, but so same with Tampa.
Okay, but I mean, Florida is a good ball club, man.
They are, but
don't make it seem like that they're going to be a pushover, because clearly they're not.
Regular season means absolutely nothing come playoff time.
I agree with that, but you also you do have to give credit to what they accomplished.
They had a great season, but my thing is, this Panthers team reminds me of our team back in 2018-19 when we got swept in the first round after we won 62 regular season games.
Oh, I know that very well. Trust me.
They try to outscore their problems because Florida's defense is horrendous. Because when we played them the last time, we beat them 8-4 when both teams were relatively at full strength.
But that was regular season, right?
Yeah.
So you just said don't worry about regular season.
Yeah, I'm not worried about regular season, but should I really be worried about Florida?
Yeah, you should.
Florida won the regular season series against us last year, and we took them out in 6.
That's last year. You should worry about any team that's in the playoffs, because in hockey, anybody can be beat.
Yeah, the only team I'm really worried about, honestly, is the Canes. And we'll get to them later, and I'll explain why.
So we're looking forward to the Kings already when you still got the second round to go, and you just ignored Calgary. You not know how good we are?
I'm talking about the East.
Well, you said Kings. Kings are in the West.
No, Canes.
Oh, I thought you said Kings. Okay, my bad. I thought you said the LA Kings.
Kings are already gone.
They're not even in the damn team. They got eliminated.
Yeah, they got eliminated by
the Carolina Golden Hurricanes, yeah.
The
Tampa Bay should be the favorite coming out of the East.
Tampa, a lot of people have picked the Florida Panthers to win this series.
Okay.
And when the 2018-19 Lightning played a physical Columbus team, they got punched in the mouth, couldn't recover. That's what I think is going to happen to Florida. I think Tampa wins this series. I say we go to the third round again. Plus, here's an interesting number. We have not lost in the second round since George W. Bush was the president of the United States of America.
Okay.
I think it's going to go 5 games, and we get the win.
Yeah, fair enough.
Speaking of the Hurricanes, we've got the Rangers and the Hurricanes next. So I'm going to get this out of the way. I have Hurricanes sweeping the Rangers in 4.
I agree with you 100%. Here's why. The Rangers have like 3 reliable goal scorers in Artemi Panarin, Mika Zibanejad, and Chris Kreider. Igor Shesterkin, as great as he is not going to carry the Rangers to a cup. He's not. He's going to run into an offensively gifted team that plays good defense, and he's ran into that right now in Carolina. Carolina is the most well-rounded team in the East. Their goaltending is good. They have 2 pretty good goaltenders in Freddie Anderson, who is hurt, and Antti Raanta, who's pretty good. They have the best defensive unit in hockey, and they can score. There's people I know who picked the Rangers. I'm taking Carolina, and I got a sweep. The Rangers really are not that good of a team. Like they have a few good players, like Fox. I don't know why Calgary traded him. They have Mika Zibanejad, Artemi Panarin, Chris Kreider, who came out of nowhere this year with 52 goals.
You said you don't know why Calgary traded him?
Traded Adam Fox.
Well, it's because we have a lot of talent on the team, and there's only so much room for so much talent. Some people got to go, and besides, we're trying to get more consistent players who can win on a consistent basis. Not saying he can't, but when you got the lineup that we got, and you know what we got, we've had it for years. You know, some people got to go. I mean, you can look at the goalie that we got rid of, Smith, who went to Edmonton. He played pretty good with us last year, but you know.
Mike Smith was with Edmonton the last few years.
Well, was it a couple years ago? But we wound up getting Markstrom, you know, and then we had Riddick before that. So, I mean,
Riddick.
It is what it is. You know, you can't keep everybody on the team.
I say Carolina in 4. The Rangers simply cannot score.
I say Carolina in 5 because I think hockey is so competitive in the playoffs. I don't see anybody sweeping anybody. I would be shocked. 5 games probably at least. I mean, that's still considered dominant because Carolina clearly is the better team than the Rangers. So, but you never know. I'll say 5 games, Panthers or Hurricanes, Golden State.
Burnstill, what about you?
To be honest, you know, like I can say the Hurricanes have not won on the road. Like for some odd reason, when the Hurricanes played my Bruins, they couldn't win in Boston. We couldn't win in Hurricanes, and the thing is, like the Rangers, like completely, like when they went to Pittsburgh, they had won some games, and the question is, can the Hurricanes win on the road against the Rangers? But maybe that's just Boston for them. Maybe they just have issues with the Bruins, maybe not the Rangers. But the question is, like, will the Hurricanes have trouble on the road once again when they go up to New York? But to be honest, the Hurricanes, yeah, they have great goaltending. They got them guys. I can talk about how great they are because they beat the Bruins, and but Carolina, the Rangers, they are, I think they're an amazing team, and also, you 3 pick Carolina. I think New York Rangers have the skills. They can just like the Hurricanes. They struggled on the road, so I mean, seeing how like the Rangers dispatched the Penguins in those New York games is just like in Pittsburgh games. But To be honest, I'm picking the Rangers. I think the Rangers can get it done. So I'm picking the Rangers in. I'm gonna say I'm 6 games. So I'm picking the New York Rangers to beat the Carolina Hurricanes in 6 games.
That would be an upset.
All right. Next series, you go to the Western Conference semifinals. You start off with the Blues and the Avalanche. I'll go last on this one.
Colorado. I think Colorado is very physical, and they've proven it all year with the way that they play. They're big, they're fast, they got a good home ice. I know how it is. I know how tough it is to win there. I think the Avalanche probably win it 6 games. I don't think any series here on out in the West is going to be an easy series. I mean, look, the first round series already proved enough about how tough the Western Conference is. Always has been for a while. Huh?
Except Colorado, Nashville.
Yeah, well, except for that one. But for the most part, you saw the series out there that were really close and tough and physical. And I don't see it any different in this one. I mean, I think Colorado loses if they beat themselves because they were the top team in the NHL for a reason. And yeah, I like the Avalanche in 6 games.
Yeah, I feel bad for Nashville. That was pretty sad, but oh well, it's Colorado.
Nashville struggled to make the playoffs, so I mean,
Nashville played Colorado in the first round.
Yeah. Saros got hurt.
They got butt wiped. Yeah, Colorado's like insane this year. I'm gonna go Colorado in 5. I think the Blues are good enough to win at least 1 game, so I'm going Colorado in 5.
Okay. Am I the lone wolf here? I have an upset. Two of them when they were favored to win. Nothing is guaranteed really in hockey. Vegas beating Colorado, a lot of people thought it was over after the first game. And Vegas won the series. Now, Colorado did win game 2. And Vegas won 4 in a row. I think this series is going to go 7. And a St. Louis victory. And they go to the 3rd round.
Western Conference Finals, St. Louis Blues, huh?
You're not the only one who's going to call this an upset. This is going to be my upset of the round. I'm going with the Blues in 7. Here's why. Avalanche, they choke in times matter in times like this. As a matter of fact, I don't trust the Avalanche. I don't trust them at all. I initially had them advancing to the Western Conference Finals, but I think I'm not going to overlook this Blues team. I say Blues in 7. And finally, you got the Oilers and the Flames. I'll go second on this one, so Zach, you can go ahead and go first.
Off. For the first time since 1991, the Battle of Alberta is in the playoffs. This is going to be a war zone. Series is lightly putting it. It's going to be a war zone. These two hate each other. Always see physical games between these two. It's an outstanding rivalry all time. And everyone knows of Edmonton. They have 2 of the best players in the league. Connor McDavid, who's probably going to win the Hart Trophy. And then you have Leon Draisaitl, the German sniper. And the Oilers have some other depth pieces that are actually showing up. Like Evander Kane has come out of nowhere these playoffs. The Oilers' depth, their defense has been playing better this year than last year. And I'll give Mike Smith credit. He bounced back after that horrible game 1 against the Kings. Calgary. They had an issue scoring in game 1. Now, granted, Jake Ottinger had 1 amazing series and was probably the best player on any losing team, on anyone that got eliminated. Because without Jake Ottinger, Dallas would have got swept. Calgary, their scoring issues need to be fixed this week. And you can't take stupid penalties against the Oilers because they will make you pay for it. Their power play is lethal with McDavid and Draisaitl on the same power play. This is going to be a good one. A little statistic here for those who didn't know the history of the Battle of Alberta. These two have met 5 times. Edmonton's 4-1 against them. The one Calgary win was in '86. Now, granted, the '80s are an actual... The '80s were one of the greatest decades in hockey, but the Oilers own the Flames when it comes to history. Now, granted, both of these teams are different now, so who knows what to expect in this series. I got it going to 7. Give me another upset. I have the Oilers moving on. I can see this going either way. I think the Oilers win. But if Calgary scoring inept happens again, there's no way they're beating Edmonton unless their defense shows up. So I got the Oilers in 7 games.
Okay. I'm gonna go second here. So,
All right.
So let me say this: as much as I can't stand in either one of these teams, but I hate Edmonton more. So you guys got one job this round. I want the job done in 7. Knock the Edmonton Coilers out. Because whenever I'm in doubt, I go team at a home ice advantage situations like this. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to say Flames win it in 7. So do me that job, Sweater. Then maybe I'll do you a favor.
Well, you don't got to do me any favors, but I appreciate it. But nobody, at least here on YouTube, at least to my knowledge, in this panel, know about the Battle of Alberta more than myself, whether it be the Flames or the Oilers or the Stampeders and the Edmonton Eskimos. Nobody knows the Battle of Alberta. I have seen these games throughout the years with the 80s, with Joey Newendike and Wayne Gretzky and Mike Vernon, and then you go to the 90s with Jerome McGinley, Theon Fleury, everybody. I have seen it. We are excited. I mean, I don't live in Calgary. I'm in Atlanta. The reason I'm a Flames fan because I followed them to Calgary in 1980. Both of these teams had over 100 points in the regular season. It's always physical, it's nasty. Both fan bases get loud. It's going to be packed, in the Rogers Center. It's going to be packed and loud. The Saddle Dome. What I'm excited about is not only it's a rivalry. It's a huge rivalry, one of the NHL's best, but both teams are over 100 points. Both teams are playing physical. Both teams have good defenses, although you got to give Calgary the edge. Calgary, I think, had the 2nd or 4th in the NHL. They got one of the top goalies. They finally, Johnny Gaudreau is living up to his expectations in the playoffs. I have waited for this guy to show what he could do in the playoffs as opposed to the regular season, because too many times in his 9-year career he didn't make that big goal in the playoffs. He would miss on a breakaway, and the shot that he made in Game 7. I mean, it could have ended just like that, even though Calgary was demolishing Dallas on shots. Who knows how it could have gone? Okay, it was that close. Calgary probably should have won easier. Their offense did slow down in the playoffs, but like I've said, and you know it too, Zach and Bruin, Steele, and Dashy, in the playoffs, it's a totally different game. It slows down. Everybody's more physical. Whatever happened in the regular season is totally different. But also with the players that we got, Mangiapane, and I'm wearing, Kachuk's jersey, Dubé, Anderson. We have a lot of guys who can score goals. And then obviously Tyler Toffoli, who we picked up late in the year, and then this other guy we forgot what his name was, Zardoff or whatever. But the Flames are very physical. You're going to earn it if you play Calgary. My only concern is letting home ice get away. I mean, I know Calgary can win in Edmonton. I'm not concerned about that. I know Edmonton can win here. But when you have home ice, especially in a rivalry series, you need to hold your own, because Edmonton's going to bring it. And Calgary's going to bring it when we go to Edmonton. I actually could see Calgary winning more in Edmonton than I could see Calgary winning at home. That's just how it kind of plays out in my head. And I've seen all these playoff series throughout the years. But I like Calgary to win this in 6 if they bring their offense and they stop falling behind, because they fell behind a lot against Dallas. They had to come from behind. And the later the rounds get, the tougher it is. Calgary needs to dictate. Calgary needs to score early. Calgary needs to get the fans in it. Calgary needs to capitalize more on their power play. They were putrid in the power play against Dallas. And you can't expect Markstrom to be as successful against Edmonton, because I think Edmonton's a lot better than Dallas. But I like Calgary to win this in 6. That's what I'm picking.
And we have score update. Corey Perry just scored. We are now tied at 1.
What about you, Burnsteel?
Yeah, I'm one of those fans who are quite familiar with the Oilers and Flames rivalry. Because I actually got a friend here in New York who's a big Flames fan. Actually, yes, a Flames fan, and he's been telling me all about how the rivalry throughout the years has been insane between these two teams. Yeah, I think the Flames are an unbelievable team. I did watch a little bit of them against Dallas. Dallas just had no answer for them. I think the Flames will win in 6 games.
But it wouldn't shock me to see Edmonton win. Trust me, it would not shock me at all. Just like Zach said, it could go either way in this series. It could even go 7. It's all about the team that is more aggressive and dictates the game more, and the team that plays ahead more has a better chance of winning. But just something about Calgary home ice that I'm just not comfortable with. I haven't been comfortable with their home ice, even though they got one of the best home records and one of the best road records. They almost mirrored wins. But throughout the years in the playoffs, when Calgary has lost playoff series, they haven't won. Remember, they've only won 2 in the last 17 years or something like that. Every time they get to the playoffs, they find a way to choke. They find a way, like they did 2 years ago against Dallas. They had it up 2-1 and were seconds away from going up 3-1 and blew it. And then the year before, they got eliminated in the first round after having the top record in the West, along with Tampa that year, ironically, which was kind of surprising in itself. So, and then also I can go look at the Calgary games in the playoffs, with Jerome McGinley. A lot of teams capable of going further. It's just that, with the way the playoffs is, you have to play ahead. You got to play aggressive, and you must find a way to hold your home court, or your home ice, especially if you have it. So
that 04 Calgary team was sneaky.
Yeah. That was very depressing too, man, because that was a game that was a series we should have won with Martin Jelena and Jerome McGinley and all these guys, man. But we just just let it get away, So I'm hoping that it's Tampa Bay and Calgary again. I'm hoping we can finally get that rematch. I've been waiting for that rematch for years, but
imagine it does happen.
Well, we got some work to do. There's no guarantee for. Y'all might have an easier road than we will, because Edmonton is going to be a tough out.
Edmonton is going to be tough for y'all.
And then you figure if Calgary does survive and play Colorado, if they survive, it's going to be tough coming out. Whoever comes out of the West is going to earn it.
Yeah, and like the East was also a gauntlet.
Yeah, they got some teams out there who could play for sure. Tampa and Florida and Carolina. I believe all of y'all were up over 100 points.
Yeah, all 8 teams in the East that made the playoffs were over 100 points.
Yeah, but overall, I'm happy. I'm more relieved about the game against Dallas. The only thing that sucks is that I try to stream my games, but still, the schedule makers didn't do me any favors, because Wednesday's game is at 9:30. I work at 9 the next day, so I can't stream it.
Yeah, that's what
Saturday
happened on the West Coast.
Friday is at 10:30, and I understand it's because of the other games that are being played and everything. But you trying to tell me you couldn't make the Friday night game like at least 9 o'clock, maybe something like that, 8 or 9? In Edmonton on Sunday it's 8 o'clock. Game 3, I'll be streaming that.
It's probably the time zone, because most of the West games are like late.
Yeah, because it's West.
Yeah, I know it's 8:30 in Calgary, I think, if it's a 10:30 game. But
Pacific time sucks.
Yeah, but they need to take into consideration the fans on the East Coast as well. I mean, to me, a 9 o'clock Eastern time is manageable. That would be what 7 o'clock Calgary Canadian time. I mean
6:30 their time because they're on Pacific.
Okay, but you know what I mean. 9 o'clock Eastern time sounds doable, right?
Yeah, it is doable.
I mean, for God's sakes, man, 10:30 on the East. I mean, depending how the games. I might be able to watch a period. 10:30 to 11:30 maybe. Is that typical? Bruins Steel. I don't care for either team, but I think Miami's going to win the series. But good luck nonetheless. I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight. Miami did what I wanted, and that was eliminate the Sixers. Yeah. Miami did what I wanted. So
we don't have Al Horford for some odd reason because of protocol for COVID protocol or something. I don't know. It's kind of retarded. So we won't have him tonight, and then Marcus Smart's out tonight.
Maybe Al Horford is in the midst of being traded back to the Hawks. And I'm just kidding.
And then we don't have Al Horford for game 2 at least, so he might be back when we go back to Boston. So
Yeah.
I think this is like a protocol. It's like they made
You
some
have
excuse that he's good, but he seems fine in game 7 against the Bucks. So I don't.
What time are the first 4 games of that series? Are they all around 7, 8 o'clock?
Yeah, pretty much. I have to check. I know this one's right now, so it's about to start, and then.
Yeah, they probably are. I know the West. Luka and Curry will be phenomenal.
Owning us in the playoffs, I have respect for them. They got a hell of a team, and Jimmy Butler is pretty much their entire team, but they have Tyler Hero is went ham on us in 2020. So,
dude, I was impressed.
Over 2013.
I was massively impressed about how you won in Milwaukee twice.
Yes.
That was impressive. That was impressive.
I told Nets fans and Milwaukee fans, this is not the same team that they played last season and then in 2019.
Yeah.
The Nets.
I was very impressed by that.
A walk in the park because they beat us in 5 games last season. But look what happens. You get swept because this is a different Celtics team.
And then the way you took control at home in Game 7, that was impressive. Very impressive, man. You guys earned it. You guys earned it and everything. So, yeah.
Like I said, this is somewhat the same Miami Heat that we played. They had Jimmy Butler. But right
What's up, A-Fizz?
Yeah.
Good luck to the Lightning.
Yeah, right now Boston's up 5-0. So.
Boston's 5-0 run already.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got feeling bad, dog. He's a Rangers fan, by the way, a casual Rangers fan streaming this game.
That's the thing about me picking the Rangers.
He's not. He's
Carolina
streaming the Celtics.
went on the road against us. I don't know. It's just Boston.
I said this game as of the Celtics.
Yeah, I know he's streaming the Celtics.
Well, Calgary has made a history of winning playoff games on the road. I mean, I have seen some games in the past, especially with Jordan
on the road.
Yeah, that's why I'm not concerned.
When they played Detroit in 04.
Yeah, in that year we beat Detroit. We beat was it Vancouver, Detroit,
Detroit, and the Sharks.
Yeah, and the Sharks, and then we obviously got robbed against Tampa.
Yeah, there was controversy, definitely.
Yeah, there was, but it's old hat.
I'm too young to remember that finals.
Don't get me wrong. Don't be surprised if Calgary wins a couple games on the road in Edmonton, because once at the Battle of Alberta, I'm telling you, home or road, it doesn't matter. There's no home ice in this series. It wouldn't shock me to see Calgary win the series on the road, and it wouldn't shock me to see Edmonton win the series on the road. That's how close it is. And
that series is going to be a little war zone.
And you guys are on the outside looking in. Watch the previews. Watch the videos on YouTube. When it comes to Calgary and Edmonton in both sports and CFL, because you can see my mug. It's got the stamps and it's got the flames. There's going to be fights. There's going to be teeth knocked out. There's going to be a lot of hard hitting, and the fans are going to go crazy. I mean, don't be surprised if there's fights in the stands. It's a series that I wanted. It's a series that concerns me because of the two teams and the hated rivalry. But it's one, if Calgary can get by it, it's going to make it that much more rewarding. So, and by the way, A-Fizz, good luck to Tampa Bay too, man. You guys got 2 cups, and I'm trying to get my first since '89. So, trying to win my 3rd title in the last year and a half. So we'll see.
Yep. I've actually been to a game against Florida before.
Have you?
Now both teams were mediocre. Like 2017, when we had a bunch of injuries, especially our captain.
Miami
Steven
can't make a
Stamkos.
shot. They tried to make like 5 shots in a row. They got the rebound. They can't make 5 shots, and then Jimmy Butler just got called for a foul.
A Fizzle says, "Don't be surprised if Sleeta gets into a fight with an Oilers fan myself." I don't know any Oilers fans on YouTube. Maybe I need to go looking and trolling, but I'm not one to troll because I'm not a bragger. Calgary hasn't given me any reason to go on and troll and brag. We haven't won a cup since '89. The Braves won a World Series last year. It gives me a confidence to troll. Georgia won a national title. It gives me confidence to troll. The Hawks and the Flames and the Falcons, all I could do is just root for them and be humble because they haven't won anything.
Yeah, the Lightning give me a reason to troll.
No, they do. You guys are double champions. I mean, are you kidding?
We won back-to-back cups.
Of course. Back-to-back cups, man, says you can say what you want. The only thing I can say positive about Calgary is they had a good regular season. They stepped up their game, and they won a first-round matchup. That's all I could say. I'm not going to come out and brag and say we're going to smash the Oilers because I'm nervous. It's a nervous series. It's one we can win, but it's a nervous series. But it's one I'm glad we have. I love the opportunity. So
the NBA
Speaking
draft
of-
lottery just happened.
Orlando Magic got the first overall pick. So
it's either Paolo Banchero or Chet Holmgren.
the NBA draft isn't tonight.
it was a lottery.
The lottery, Orlando got the number 1 pick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Orlando Magic?
Yeah,
The
they
Magic?
get the one dude from Duke or the one.
Boy, they suck. Orlando Magic's trash.
Gonzaga.
Like,
Yeah, they're rebuilding badly.
this last calendar year, Braves knocked my division rival Brewers out of the MLB playoffs in the NLDS and 4 gave me the reason to laugh at Brewers fans. This year,
We went
this
one
guy-
done. I hate the Red Sox.
Yeah, I can't say anything now because the Braves right now are letting me down. So
in this calendar year, Brewers still gave me a reason to laugh at Milwaukee Bucks bandwagon Milwaukee Buck fans, including Will Willie, who's been trying to troll me all year this past calendar year.
you said Will who?
Will Willie.
Who the fuck is that?
He's a bandwagon Bucks, Brewers, and Packers fan. So
Oh,
How do you know he's bandwagon? If he's a fan of all of them. Well, damn, wait a second. The Brewers, Bucks. Yeah, I can understand somebody being a bandwagon because they're all good. Yeah.
yeah,
I know. Like I also have a reason to troll in the NBA. Spurs won 2014.
so yeah. You said
We suck
you
now.
said we're last. It's the one last best, right?
He who laughs last always laughs best. That's why if you don't have a reason to say anything, just
Don't troll.
keep everything together, root for your teams, and if it works out for you, then you can laugh. You can't laugh if your team hasn't won anything. There's no reason for you to, especially in a long time. You have no reason to laugh. Calgary has been good for a long time, except for a couple of years here and there. But predominantly, the history of the Flames have been good. But we've only won 1 Stanley Cup, and that was when I was 18 years old. God damn, that long. Jesus, should be a 2-time.
Yeah, and a couple of days ago, I got the last laugh on Milwaukee Buck fans.
Yeah, you crack me up, man, with the names that you use, man. When you do your like, just you have a name for everybody. So I think that's quite funny.
Yeah, I trolled Leaf fans after we won Game 7.
Well, like I said, you got every right. You're 2-time defending champs, and you eliminated them. So, I mean, I could troll Dallas fans,
you can
but
troll them all you want.
yeah, but I'm not going to troll Dallas fans because Calgary very well. Even though we dominated the offensive shot selection, we could have lost. All it took was 1 goal, and we would have lost.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not trolling them at all. We were fortunate to get out of it. Calgary realistically should have won easier.
Yeah, it should have been. But Jake Ottinger.
He was insane, man.
Too bad Dallas couldn't score for him.
Did you see the shot differential was like what 200 and something,
28.
No, I'm talking about overall in the whole series, like 200 something.
Oh yeah, it was incredibly lopsided.
Well, that's why I was disappointed with Game 6, because Game 6 we were so aggressive in the first period, but couldn't get it past Ottinger, and then I think in game 2 we were pretty aggressive. We had opportunity. I mean, Jesus Christ! Look, we won the series, so Calgary fans should be fortunate. And if anybody trolls Dallas, then they're idiots, because it very well could have ended for us in Game 7. So I was nervous as hell, man. I mean, let's don't kid ourselves.
Yeah, I trolled Dallas fans a lot. And I have every right to troll them. We went back to back.
Well, you can troll them if you want. Like I said, you're two-time defending champs, but I'm not doing it. Now, however, if we get by Edmonton, I definitely will troll that, because it's a battle of Alberta. But until then, I'm not saying nothing. Even if any games that we do win, I'm quiet. I mean, I'll make a video about it, but I'm not going to laugh, because unless we win 4 games, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying nothing, because it's going to be nervous from game to game.
Yeah, I'm about to head out and keep up with this game.
All right, man.
In Tampa, Florida. I will see y'all later.
Okay.
All right, I got into stream anyway, so I got to get videos I need to get caught up on. So,
hey, Dad, before you go, thanks for having me, my dude, and everything, and hopefully we can do this again.
All right. Take care.
All right, bro. And thanks everybody from my side who came into the stream and supported Dashy. I appreciate seeing a lot of you guys over here. Thank you very much. Dashy deserves it. Bruins still, good luck to your Celtics. Yep. And Dashy, we'll do what we can for you, sir. We'll do what we can. Hopefully beat the Edmonton who? The Edmonton Chokers? Coilers. What's a coiler?
That's why I call the Oilers.
The Coilers, a new word.
Yep.
Okay, if Calgary does eliminate, I'll do an honor for you. And in my victory series video, I'll call them the Edmonton Coilers.
All right.
All right, brother, man. You guys have a good one. Thanks.
All right.
All right.
So, yeah, you guys take care, and I'm out.
See you guys.